During the summer of 2023, we moved to a remote Scottish Hebridean island to be its only two residents, along with our two pet sheep and pair of cats. These remote islands seem to retain an old-fashioned rhythm and a charm which we find encouraging us to live a more frugal and simple life, the way man was perhaps more intended to. We have an ancient stone cottage to restore, veggies to grow, livestock to build up, fish to catch and smoke, a boat to buy, and much more. Step back in time with us at the Scottish Isle.
So we're in the trench again.
This is the point of trouble. That. And actually, standing here, it's glaringly obvious how much lower the floor in the house is, because in the house I can't touch the roof, right? I can't touch the top of the wall. It's a couple of feet away from me.
You know what, I never noticed that before, but yeah, you're right.
So, moment of despair with the last episodes, but we've already figured out the solution. We're going to tank it. Tanking it's like a type of cement slurry, but it's got like silicons in it and things as well. And it's called tanking because you essentially create a waterproof tank. So we have to do that inside the house. There is no real solution out here. We can concrete over it, but it's still going to seep in over time. We can't jackhammer it because it's just going to shake the billy-o out of the poor old bones of the deer. She's just not structurally sound enough for that. Any heavy machinery in here is going to be a disaster for the house. She doesn't have any foundations. And doing it by hand, it might not even work. This rock might be semi-porous. So the solution is not outside, it's inside. So we're going to tank the floor and maybe a couple of feet up the back wall. We're also going to get damp-proof coarse rods, and wherever the cement, the slurry stops, we're going to insert them all the way along the wall. So essentially then you're just keeping, it makes it completely watertight, keeps all of the water out. I've already ordered the stuff for it. It doesn't look very nice, but you have to finish over it with a plaster or a render anyway. So I'm just going to make it look like the rest of the walls. I can do that. Get some stones to face it with. It'll be slightly thicker at the bottom and the top, but a lot of these old Jacobean houses were like that anyway. The other thing that we were discussing with Jim, our stonemason, yesterday, is that this will have always been like this. And they'll have known that when they built it, he says. And that goes to prove that it would have been flagstones and not packed earth like some of these old cottages were, because there's no way they would have been living on mud. So they would have had flags. So they have been removed. And we're going to put them back. We're definitely doing flags now that this has all happened, because if we were putting lime, if we were having to put lime on top of the slurry anyway, then stone is how we're going to finish it. Get some stone tools and start carving rock. Everyone's in on the action. There you go, good girl. Good lass. Okay, it's not so bad,
How do you want me to do it?
Just like that.
What, you're just going to keep it like this?
Yep. I'm not taking it totally off. Excuse me, everyone. This is not a group activity.
Well, we should explain. Obviously, we shared her with the... what are they?
Electric.
The electric, the cordless shears. And we didn't want to do a bottom or underneath because we're so inexperienced with them. So we left it for a while.
I'm not going to take it right off because I don't want to cut her.
Just take off as much as you can. She looks an idiot.
Don't listen to him, Craigie.
She's all right now. She's fine. She's got Bree sniffing her. Bree's wondering what the rope is.
I made that for moving them. It's been really handy actually. Get some of this off your belly, Crowdy. She was so good, wasn't she?
Yeah, she is now. Can't believe how good she's been. I mean, she don't like this, but you can't blame her, can you?
Tickly.
It's just when it gets a bit too tight round her face. That's because she's scrapping with Brie. Brie, you might be helping, but you might not be helping, all right?
She's not helping.
I think it's quite funny the way that when we bring her out the pen initially, she just collapses her legs.
Yeah, she doesn't want to move,
She
but they
just
do
lays
that.
down, she folds her legs underneath her, and she just lays down and she won't move. And she's a bit overweight, Crowdy.
Crowdy has always been overweight.
It's her own fault.
Come on, sweetheart. Good girl. It's like I've already been shared. I don't know why I'm being shared again.
There we go.
Come on, she maybe saw an escape route.
I think it's because she saw the shears shining. It's just anything shiny, she hates it.
Nearly done, Crowdy.
If you just wait, it's going to be over.
That'll do.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Are we? No. Can you just hold her because I want to have a look? I know what you're like. Are you sure you can't get that a little bit off?
It's fine. Isn't it, Crowdy? Much better. She looks fine.
She's split that again. Look.
Yeah. That's just a scab come off, that's what that is.
Okay, right. Well, there you go. Freedom! Oh, I need a bit of a sit down after that sitting down.
Right.
Well, that's it for this year, isn't it?
That's it. There's a traffic jam. Just thinking, it's a good thing we don't do unboxing videos.
This is not an unboxing video.
Oh, good.
This is just me taking this out.
Oh, right.
As we said in the last episode, we need to finally get this out and built. I mean, I've got so many things. We see these here. These planks are all taken from the floor in the living room, and I've put them here to wash all the powdery lime render that we've taken off. That's settled over them all. It's not really doing the job though, to be honest, so they need moving. But these are going to be shelving in the bunker.
In the bunker.
We still haven't got a proper name for it. We do need to settle on one.
Well, we'll open it up to the public.
I prefer Fura Bunker.
I can't call it that.
Anyway, you have to do one of those thingies.
A poll.
Yeah, multiple choice.
Okay.
And we'll just ignore whatever the winning one is. So yeah, these are going to be shelving, and they're also going to be bookcases. Lee, I haven't forgot about your bookcases. It's just taking a while. So this bench saw is perfect for cutting these down, and also for cutting those planks that we spoke about in the last episode to bridge the burn to get up the hill on the quad.
Well, this is a two-person job, isn't it?
What, this?
Yeah, so I'll come and help you.
You, hang on a minute, what do you mean? You're a lady. You can't do this. This is man's work. Notice I dumped the...
yeah, dump the instructions.
Straight away.
If all else fails, read the instructions.
Nah, you never do that. Jeeves, are you coming to help?
Well, it's a box, isn't it?
Box, isn't it? Oh, yeah. On Amazon, the only complaint about this is it's a bit of a bitch to put together.
I'm looking at these instructions.
Oh, God.
And I've come to the conclusion that I'm probably going to be better doing it myself.
What do you mean, doing it yourself?
Well, I don't think you've got the disposition to put yourself through this.
I don't understand why people think that of me. I just obviously give off the wrong impression.
What, you're a patron of patience, are you?
Yeah. I am the patron of patience. Ta-da!
What's it for?
Oh, who cares?
It's supposed to attach to the leg, but...
I haven't got... Oh, of course.
Right.
It's a guide.
I see. I think it hangs there somehow.
There. Oh, done it. Right. Well, we do need to test it, don't we? Well, let me set this to. This is set to 10 centimetres. See how accurate this is. So that should be 10 centimetres. All right. Do you like my little spatula?
No, I don't like it.
Ready? It's going to take off.
Can we try it with the safety thing now?
Now, could you just grab that piece of wood for me, please? We need to check the size of that. Make sure it's 10 centimetres. Okay, let's do another cut. We're going to do a cut this time of 15 centimetres. Okay. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. This is doing my head in.
Much better.
Okay, right. So
Happy?
Are we
How
done?
much easier is that going to be than using the jig for you?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be able to use the guide so much because of the lengths, because this is quite limited. But that said, this was gifted to us, so we didn't buy this, so this is it's going to come in really handy, especially for the shelving. Because look,
Well, we'll move it up there so you can have it under the tarp. You got your big tape, Alan.
yeah. So that was supposed to be 10, wasn't it?
Yeah.
9.5.
It's your cutting technique.
No, it's not my cutting technique. It's where I said, look, the guide is set at 10. It's cut 9.5.
Maybe you cut the wrong end.
This was supposed to be 15, yeah?
But you cut the wrong end.
Oh, why is that funny? I don't, why is that funny? Anyway, this is supposed to be 15. And it's not 15.
I think it's your tape, your big tape.
It's not the big tape, it's this. This guide is out, so the guide can't be used. It's going to have to be a case of, like, doing it properly, marking it on the wood. So, don't use the guide. All right? Like
Yeah.
you're ever going to be using it.
Never going to be using it.
What's scaring?
Just thought I'd get dressed up.
Okay, fancy dress.
Yeah.
What are you going as?
Ghostbusters.
You look a bit like Bill Murray.
So long as you don't say I look like Egon.
Do you need hands? You want me to help you walking down there, or?
Just clip it on. Come on. I want to go.
Doesn't sound like.
That's not right.
I'm not surprised that it's knackered. The amount that this has been used over the past, like, 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, this is the engine.
Yeah.
Problem with the engine. It's got the right fuel in it. It's got fuel oil mix in it. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it.
I'll tell you what's wrong with it. It's knackered. That's what's wrong with it.
Well, so much for that idea. I'll show you something else. Come with me. We don't need to dig this out anymore because I dug out some of the floor inside. I think it is concrete in there too, although I could only see a tiny little bit of it. But even if we take off the laminate and the chipboard that's under the laminate, the floor level in here, its lowest point is there. So
Right.
we can just put a DPM along here, backfill it. We don't need to do this part.
And the plan, when this has all been backfilled, is to do the same with the wildflowers up here.
Yeah, wildflowers are all starting to come out now. This is our sheep.
I got sick and tired of the sheep eating the heads off the wildflowers before they've even bloomed. So this is my sheep fence. But as you can see,
It's going to look
this is
amazing very soon.
Well, nothing much has bloomed around here at the moment. Yeah, that one.
And these are almost look like a type of borage or something. But we know we've got red clover in here.
Well, I was just going to go and show them my garden over here. Now you see this one here. This is protection from the sheep because, well, you planted some wild flowers down here when was it just after you'd done the wall?
When I took all this off.
Well, these are now, because they were put down a couple of weeks before, the ones near the house. So these are all starting to come through. And we're going to ask people, aren't we, to donate wildflowers.
Yeah.
We want as many wildflower seeds as we can possibly get.
There's tons of bees here, tons of butterflies. Well, loads of caterpillars at the minute. So we want to just support the ecosystem as much as we can.
So if they go to our Amazon wish list, they'll find the seeds that we need, and that's what's in here, isn't it?
Yep, that's what's in there as well.
And we want to get as many seeds as we possibly can. So if you're wanting to help out, then buy some wildflower seeds from our Amazon wish list.
Yes, please.